My name is Priscilla Pfeiffer, and welcome to Spark Your Inner Fire, a podcast for artists, performers, and closet creatives. You bring a lighter, and I'll bring the fuel. It's time to spark your inner fire. Hey everyone, Priscilla here. Thanks for tuning in to the next day of the Spark Your Inner Fire podcast. Today I want to talk about momentum. Momentum. Like a pendulum. You know those like desk pendulum swings that I wish I had one right now. I love pendulums. I don't know why I don't have one. Pendulum where you pull back the metal piece and it hits the other one and it goes back and forth. The momentum of it keeps it going, right? So the reason I want to talk about momentum right now is because I'm seeing some potential hangups that could be hurting people if it's not addressed, if it's not viewed and taken seriously right now, which is momentum. You know, a lot of us are at home. We've gotten rid of our habits. We've gotten rid of our day-to-day, the things we do every day, going to work, driving to work, being in traffic, our commutes, our schedules, all out of whack. And all of a sudden, someday soon, everything's going to open back up. Everything's going to start slowly getting back to normal. And it's going to be really difficult for people to get the momentum going again. The drive, the will, we may try to think that no, heck no. As soon as these restrictions open up, I'm going to be out there going a mile a minute, which that may be the case for some of you, but for others, it's going to be difficult to start from nothing. And think of it as like, have you ever tried to start a fire? My husband's really good at starting fires. It's like a master fire starter for our little fire pit outside. He loves it. He makes it's like a little teepee. It looks like a little teepee with the wood and it's standing up. And so that creates the oxygen inside to start the fire. And I always love doing it. And he's very prideful about being able to start the fire from one match. It's really cute. And he gets mad at himself if he can't do it on one match. But it's like his little challenge he gives himself. But anyway, so if you ever started a fire, you know that if you don't have a lighter, if you don't have different things, what is that stuff called? You got to use flint. You got to use flint. You got to start momentum. You got to keep the heat going, right? You got to get it started. And so it's almost like a little spark and it becomes a flame. And then when you put more into the flame, it becomes like a huge fire, right? And it will fizzle away. That fire will start going down and down to a little tiny spark if it's not fed more wood, right? So like momentum, if you're letting your flame go down to a tiny spark to potentially just fizzle away and become like just smoke, then you're going to be running on fumes. You're not going to be running off of gasoline or fire or momentum where you could just add to it and it gets bigger. You're going to be running on fumes, on the smoke from the fire that was left. And it's going to be extremely difficult to go from that state. So what can you do? Well, I've talked about in the last episode, it's really extremely important to be resting, to be resetting, to be analyzing what should be fitting into your future and doesn't belong and what should belong. What should you put more care into? What should take less of your time and whatnot? Those things are important. And equally as important is the time you're putting into making sure you continue the momentum and you keep putting wood in the fire, because you don't want that fire to burn out. Because when everyone starts hitting the ground running, when everything opens back up, you better have a spark going. You better have a flame moving so that you can pick up where you left off and you don't lose valuable time because you let your spark fizzle away. All right? So whatever that may be for you, continue building momentum. Continue with your workouts. Continue with your creative process. Continue growing. I know I keep talking about this, but it's so necessary to keep at it. Don't lose the momentum. Don't let the pendulum swing stop, because it's a whole lot harder to start a fire than it is to keep a fire burning. Priscilla Pfeiffer. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please subscribe, leave a comment so I can reach more people like you. And go to sparkyourinnerfire.com. I have a special gift for you. Go check it out.